Hey guys, Sean here. Today I'll quickly be showing off my Ancient Gear deck for Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. So let's get into it. So there's not many differences here between the TCG and Master Duel, but there are a few exceptions. Cards like Maxx, such a good card for a going second deck. Ancient Gears are a going second OTK deck, and Maxx is just the best card you can get going first. Just draw a bunch of cards, makes your OTKs a lot easier to obtain. One Ancient Gear box, it's a great extender. If you add it to your hand, you can add an Earth Machine with 500 attack or defense from your deck to your hand. It's just fantastic. Whenever you add this to your hand, you're always getting another monster. It's great for getting more fusion material or for follow-up with Anchor Drill. Triple Wyvern, this is your Stratos of the deck, searches any Ancient Gear card. Pretty self-explanatory. Double Frame, you can discard a card to add either Ancient Gear Golem or Ancient Gear Fusion from your deck to your hand. Very important for the deck, is also level 4. And you want a bunch of level 4s so you can go into really good XZs like Dugaris. Infinitrack Anchor Drill, he can special summon an Earth Machine from your hand, is also level 4, and he synergizes very well because he's an Earth Machine. If you summon him, summon a monster from your hand, that's an instant Ancient Gear Ballista, which is a great card to have, alongside Infinitrack Trencher. You can banish him from the grave to special summon a Infinitrack monster from your graveyard. Just great for extension. It works well with combos using Urgent Schedule to summon both Trencher and an Anchor Drill, and then you just have free links and free follow-ups from there. We have one Ancient Gear Golem. We run Golem because Ancient Gear Fusion can fusion someone from the deck if Golem's on the field. Also, you can search Golem with Ancient Gear Frame. You could also run Ancient Gear Golem Ultimate Pound, but you can't search him at Frame. He's very good, but it's up to your own personal preference whether you run him or not. I run 2 Ancient Gear Reactor Dragon. I ran 2 because they're both level 9, so you used to be able to go into VFD. Now you can go into cards like Phantom Fortress to banish a card from your opponent's hand if you're going first, or to banish cards from the field or graveyard if you're going second. It's an option. You can also use the Sacred Tree Beast to have an instant monster negate. So these are options you can consider. You can also take one of these out. This is a 41 card deck. You can take one of these out. You can take one Reactor Dragon out and put in. You can put in an Ancient Gear Golem Ultimate Pound if you want to. Next up, we run Super Express Bullet Train. This is pretty interchangeable with cards like Dairy Crane. They're just free level 10 extenders. You can go into your rank 10 package. Also, if Bullet Train is sent to the grave, you can add a machine monster from your graveyard to your hand at the end of the turn. We have Overload Fusion to summon out your Chaos Ancient Gear Giant. Instant Fusion so we can get out our Saurus as a free extender. Triple Catapult, destroy a card in the field, special summon an Ancient Gear monster from your deck, ignoring summoning conditions. Double Fusion, we can search this, you can fuse some deck if you have Golem on the field. Triple Tactics, this is going second deck, so if your opponent maxes you in the main phase, or if they ash one of your cards, you can triple attack them. Either draw 2 cards to keep your combos going, take control of one of your opponent's really strong monsters, or banish a card from their hand if they have something like Nibiru. Pretty good option to run. Next up, Triple Geartown. This is basically for your Catapult combo plays. Double Ancient Gear Fortress. While it's on the field, your opponent cannot respond to the effects of your Ancient Gear monsters, which basically turns this deck into a really consistent OTK deck. One Heavy Forward. You can add an Infinitrack from your deck to your hand. It's also a target for your Catapult to destroy and special summon cards in the deck. Next up, Double Twin Twisters. You're going to be up against a lot of back row. This is a great card to get rid of back row. By discarding a card, you can set up for Overload Fusion plays. Also, you can destroy your own Geartown to benefit from that. Triple Urgent Schedule, definitely the most important card in the deck. This is an instant Ballista. Summons 2 Earth Machines from your deck. It is a fantastic combo starter. Triple Impermanence, just probably one of the best hand traps in the game. And 1 Red Reboot, you could probably run 2, who knows. I just like the 1-of, I'm used to the 1-of because I'm a TCG player. Anyway, on the extra deck now, we got Saurus. Howitzer is fantastic, 2 Ancient Gear monsters. Unaffected by other card effects, and you can burn your opponent for 1000. It's just such a versatile card, great for going first if you have to, great for getting small little kills if you need to, and great for extending if you need an extra monster on the field to go into your Ballista. 1 Megaton Golem, honestly the worst Ancient Gear Fusion. The reason I ran it was because of level 9, it was another way to go into your VFD. It can come in handy in certain situations. 1 Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem as an alternate win con. It's a very strong 4400 attack monster. Chaos Ancient Gear Giant, the best boss monster ever. Unaffected by spell and trap card effects, your opponent can activate cards or monsters in the battle phase, and I can attack all monsters your opponent controls. So it is the best OTK maker in the deck. Alongside Dugaris, 2 level 4s, you can detach to material to double the attack of any monster in the field. So normally you would double the attack of your Chaos Ancient Gear Giant, attack with 9,000 damage into all your opponent's monsters. It's just very easy to get OTKs with this card. For the rank 10 package, we have Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Gustav Maxx. This can be a quick way to end games if you go into your Juggernaut Lead. Also, it needs 2 level 10s. If you have Chaos Ancient Gear Giant on the field and a level 10, and you don't manage to kill your opponent, you can Xyz into this, burn for 2,000, and probably win the game from there. Juggernaut Lead is another quick OTK card if you can get it out. Infinitrack Goliath is a way to get your Infinitrack monsters off the field if you need to. Primarily your Trencher, so you can get them in the grave to activate his effect. Triple Ballista, you can search any Ancient Gear monster or Geartown. Also, you can target one spell trap you control, one monster your opponent controls, destroy your own spell and trap, and put your opponent's monster to 0 attack and defense. This is also great for extension and for OTKing by weakening your opponent's monsters. Next up, Verte. Obviously, we have Overload Fusion in the deck. Verte is just fantastic. Thank God he's in this game. And we have Access Code Talker. You could definitely switch this out with something else, but it does come in handy in certain situations. He's only going to get up to 4,300 attack. You can add Unicorn to the deck if you feel like you want to get him up higher. But I think he serves a function in the deck. Sometimes if your opponent stops you from going into your fusions, you can go into Access Code Talker and win from there. Alright guys, for the combo here, we start off with Geartown and Catapult. That's all we need for the combo that can OTK. Activate Geartown. Next we will activate Catapult. We're going to pop our Geartown to special summon an Ancient Gear monster from the deck, ignoring summoning conditions. We will summon Ancient Gear Golem. Next up, Geartown will let us special summon Ancient Gear Wyvern. Ancient Gear Wyvern can search us Ancient Gear Fusion if we want to go straight into our Chaos Ancient Gear Giant, or if we want to extend farther, we can search for Box. Box will let us search for Frame. We haven't normal summoned Frame yet, so we'll normal summon Frame. We'll activate his effect, we'll discard any card. For demonstration purposes, we'll discard Ancient Gear Fusion to add Ancient Gear Fusion. Since we have Ancient Gear Golem on the field, we can activate Ancient Gear Fusion and use fusion material from the deck. So we will use Golem and any 3 Ancient Gear monsters. We'll use the 2 Reactor Golem and the 1 Frame. You can also use the box in your hand if you need to. Summon Chaos Ancient Gear Giant. Depending on how many monsters your opponent has, this could be game. You can attack all your opponent's monsters. However, if you want to ensure that you have game, we will Xyz into number 60 Dugaris with the 2 level 4s we have left on the field. You could also go into Anaconda and summon an additional Chaos Ancient Gear Giant. That's another play you can do. We will activate his effect. We will detach to material to... No! You can activate his effect to double the attack of your Chaos Ancient Gear Giant up to 9,000 and attack all your opponent's monsters. Or you can use his effect to special summon it from the graveyard, summon any monster. Now we have material to go into your Anaconda, which you could have done to start, but I fucked up the combo, so whatever. You know what I mean. Go straight into Anaconda. Activate Anaconda effect. We're going to dump Overload Fusion to fuse into another Chaos Ancient Gear Giant. We can go into battle phase. And we just win right here. Alright, so that's it for the profile. Let me know what you think in the comments. I have plenty of Ancient Gear Master Duel videos on the channel if you want to check it out. If you want to see the more in-depth combos. If you want to see Ancient Gears versus certain matchups. So you can check those out as well.